Happy video day, guys. So guys, it's Wednesday, so you guys know what day that is. That is virtual window shopping day. And this week I'm actually filming this a little bit earlier than usual. So there might be a few little things that might release that I'm not going to go over, but don't worry, next week we will definitely hit on those things. But it's only like a day difference, so I don't even know, maybe there won't be anything. Today we're going to go through all of these new makeup releases. I'm going to let you guys know what I'm throwing in my virtual window shopping cart. I'm also going to let you guys know which products are coming out, but maybe I'm not really into them, but maybe you guys would be into them. So we're gonna go over all of this stuff together like always. Let's get right into it. I'm super excited because I am upgrading my lighting. Everything's not finished yet. I still need to put a few more lights in, and they were coming today from Amazon, but I didn't feel like waiting. And I got a new mic, so I have a mic up here now instead of being a lapel mic, and you guys sometimes would hear. Now I just have to remember to always turn it on, and if I don't, then you will have camera audio. Alright guys, so the first product I want to tell you guys is a new release from Zoeva. Guys, I think that this palette is almost perfect. Like, when I saw it, I was like, wow, that is so pretty. And I actually had to go to the Zoeva website to actually see it better because I was honestly going to buy it. And when I saw it better, I was like, damn. Almost perfect. These colors are beautiful. I love the colors. There's some hues that I probably would have changed a little bit, but they're so pretty. The only problem that I had is almost all of these are like shimmery foils, and I really don't like that. I really wish that some of these would not have been that. I wish that there was only like 2 or 3. I think there's only like 2 mattes in here. Like, don't quote me on that. It could be a little bit more mattes, but looking at the photo, it only looks like 2 mattes. I actually went to the website like to read, and I read like a lot of shimmery shades, and I was like, I don't need so many shimmery shades. I only need 2 or 3, and the rest of it I want matte. In order to come up with like dimensional eye looks, you need a lot of mattes because you need to be able to blend well. Shimmery shades, you can't really put them in your crease well. They don't really blend. It's kind of more like toppers. They're for accents, and I don't like a whole palette that has those unless it's like a palette dedicated to that. And for me personally, the colors in here that I liked, I really wish that they were matte. So it's a really pretty palette. I do think that some people will like this. If you guys are into this type of thing, this might be your route. For me personally, I'm not going to pick it up even though I was about to. The price isn't that bad either. I'll put it down in the description box because I don't have it right here. It wasn't that bad of a price. Everything like was aiming towards the yes until I saw that there was so many shimmery foily shades, and then I said no. So not for me, but it is very pretty. Let me know below if you guys like these type of palettes and if you guys are interested in buying this one. So KKW Beauty is coming out with their second like kind of like eyeshadow palette slash all these other things in a collection. So they're coming out with a eyeshadow palette that's going to be called the Classic Eyeshadow Palette. It has 7 matte shadows and 3 metallic shades for $44. The combination there is so much better than the Zoeva. I mean, I would rather see 7 mattes and 3 shimmery metallics, so much more. Also, it's going to have 4 peach creme lipsticks, which are going to be $18 each, which I love peach. You guys know like peach is like my thing. I love peach lipsticks. And then 4 peach creme lip liners for $12, and there's a whole bundle for $150. Honestly, guys, I'm looking at this. The only thing that really calls my attention in this collection are the lipsticks. But I'm going to tell you guys, I really like the route that KKW Beauty is going with their eyeshadow palettes because I do think that this is a very pretty, natural, very muted down, toned eyeshadow palette. I think it's very pretty. I don't need it. That's the only reason that I'm not going to be picking up this eyeshadow palette, especially for $44. It's just way too much for what it is for me because I have a lot of eyeshadow palettes. You know what I mean? But I think that I love their aesthetic so far with the way that they've been coming out with at least eyeshadow palettes. They've been coming out with very pretty ones. This is very pretty. It's not for me. I don't need it, but I do think a lot of people would like this, especially the people who don't like to put on like a lot of makeup and they like more like natural colors and stuff like that. They'll probably love this palette. And then the lip liners and the lipsticks are the thing that's really making me like double take because I really love like peachy tones, and there is some pretty peachy tones in here. I'm not 100% sure I would pick it up yet because there is a peachy tone in the Dose of Colors collaboration with I Love Sarah E that I am like eyeing and eyeing and eyeing. So I don't know. I'm like peachy tone obsessed though, so who knows, I might pick up one of these. So I'm going to throw the lipsticks particularly and maybe the lip liners into my virtual window shopping cart, but definitely the eyeshadow palette, I don't need this, but I'm telling you guys it does look very pretty, so it does, you know, It looks pretty. The whole KKW Beauty items are going to be available on July 25th at their pop-up shop, and online you're going to be able to get it at July 27th at noon Pacific Standard Time. So this is a cool release from Estee Lauder. We don't talk a lot about Estee Lauder. I don't know why. I guess sometimes Estee Lauder is not like the trendy brand that everybody talks about, but Estee Lauder has these beautiful bronze goddess illuminating powders, and they're like highlighter shades, but they're so beautiful. I love the design of these, and I know that the design is not really what would sell an highlighter, but it's just so beautiful. I love the container. I think it looks so pretty. I don't know if it's going to be the highlighter of all highlighters because there's really no swatches here or anything like that, and I haven't really heard too much about Estee Lauder and highlighters in general, but I will tell you they look absolutely stunning, and I would love to see these in person and just kind of get a glimpse of what these Estee Lauder highlights are like, because they look really pretty, and I'm kind of into them. I don't really know when they're going to be released. It doesn't have a release date here, so they said that they're coming soon. I'll let you guys know in a future video if I find out that they're released, and yeah, I don't have a price or anything like that, but I do think that they look really pretty. This is a sneak peek. I'm definitely throwing it in my virtual window shopping cart only because I do like this, but I'm not sure if I would pick it up, but I do like it. So you guys know what happened with the whole Morphe Jaclyn Hill collaboration. They decided to pull the collaboration, the Vault is what I'm talking about, because the formula was not up to par. Apparently, when they moved over to the lab, some of the product, I guess some of the eyeshadow palettes were not pressed properly and they still got sent out, and so they decided that since there was inconsistencies in the palette, they were going to pull it. Well, we hadn't heard anything about when it was going to release, but finally Morphe and Jaclyn Hill are both then finally the Vault is going to be re-released on August 14th on their website, and it's also going to be at Ulta, guys, so that's really interesting. So it's going to have the 4 eyeshadow palettes. You guys heard about the 4 different tones. If you guys don't remember what they all look like or my opinions on them, I will go ahead and throw a card up here so you guys can watch it, and they're going to be $15 each, or you can buy the whole set for $49. There's some of these that are pretty. There's some of them that I've seen before. The only thing is they do play on some of the hues from the old Jaclyn Hill palette. If you have the old Jaclyn Hill palette, some of these hues are already kind of in there. The only difference is obviously the tones are different, but you know, it's kind of like a play if you really want to get these or not. I honestly just feel like supporting Morphe and Jaclyn Hill just because I really think what they did by pulling the palettes and basically losing a lot of money because they already had produced these palettes and redoing them all just so the consumer would get a good product. I really think that that was so cool. Like, whether you think that it was a gimmick or it was on purpose or whatnot, Morphe had to have lost a lot of money by doing this, and they did it. So that kind of, to me, shows like something about the brand. Like, look, we're willing to completely scrap a product if people even say that they don't think it's up to par. I think that was really cool. So for that reason is the reason I really feel like supporting and buying something, even though before I told you guys I really was aiming towards some, but I wasn't really 100% sure. So at this point right now, I'm still not sure which one I would purchase, but I kind of feel like buying one just because I really think that that was such a cool thing that they did, and I really feel like giving them my support. But honestly, I think that if you guys have the original Jaclyn Hill palette, there really isn't something like super different in here that I think you guys really need to run and get it. But if you really like it, that's a different story. All right, guys, so I had told you guys before that Too Faced was going to be coming out with a happy birthday collection, and they were going to be like jumping back and reinventing some of their 1998 original collection, and it was going to have like a twist to it, and they were going to be including lipsticks and all this stuff, and I wasn't sure exactly when it was going to be coming out. So they finally have released that it's going to be available August 2nd on their website, and at Sephora it will be available on August 3rd. So if you guys like this Too Faced collection, it's going to be out pretty soon. I'm going to tell you guys right now, I probably am not going to be picking this up, and I'll tell you why. It's just doesn't have like the color story that I'm really into. I appreciate that I see purples in here, and I do like purples. Now I feel like everybody's coming out with purples, but it's okay. I appreciate parts of this palette, and I appreciate things about it. That's the only reason I'm saying, well, I might want to pick it up, but I just don't think it's something that I would like personally. So for that reason, I'm definitely not picking up this palette. But I do think it has pretty tones, and I'm sure somebody out there is going to love this. But me personally, it's just not my vibe. But it's nice. The lipsticks, like I had said before, are more of the thing that I thought was pretty interesting. It looks like they have like little glitters in it. But if it's actual glitters that you feel and you go like, and you feel glitter, I'm not into that. Guys, I like to be comfortable. You know, you gotta wear makeup all day. The last thing I want to be doing is going I'm feeling like sandpaper on my lips. So it looks interesting, but if it feels like sandpaper, I'm out. So guys, I just finished talking about Kylie Cosmetics and how I thought that the summer palette that they just came out with, I really didn't like the packaging on it because I hated that hot orange in the background because I really thought it took away from the palette because the palette itself looked pretty, but that hot orange was like taking away everything. Well, I have a perfect example for you guys. Kylie Cosmetics is re-releasing their holiday collection. So they're going to be releasing one palette from their holiday collection. It was the Nice palette. The Nice palette was really pretty. But the Nice palette also, in my opinion, the background kind of took away from the palette. When they released this screenshot of the new Nice palette repackaged for re-release in this black packaging, I went, holy crap, what is that palette? That palette is so beautiful. I didn't even realize it was the same palette that was released in the holidays until they said that it was a repackaged, the same palette, the Nice palette. And I said, wow, what a difference. So if you guys were ever wondering what I meant by how packaging could ruin makeup, if you guys look at the Nice palette from the holiday release and you look at this palette, it's like, the new one looks like a completely different palette. It looks so luxurious. It has such a beautiful color scheme. The colors pop out at you and it really does such an impact even compared to the Nice one. The old one, if you look at it, it looks very pretty, but the packaging is kind of taking away from the colors, even though this isn't a hot orange, nothing like that, but there's just such a big difference here. So I just wanted to point this one out, and it's going to be available on July 24th, so it'll be available by the time this video is aired, and it's going to be from Kylie Cosmetics. You can buy it on her website. This is the same palette that released in December though, so if you guys have the Nice palette, you don't need to buy this. This is just repackaged, but honestly guys, I think the repackaging changes the entire palette for me, and I think this is beautiful. I think this palette is gorgeous. I'm throwing it in my virtual window shopping cart because I'm really interested in this palette. I just have this thing about buying Kylie Cosmetics for some reason. Every time I go to buy it, I don't buy it. I don't know why. I just don't. So we'll see if I buy it. Guys, makeup news. And I already bought something already from this, so I already found out about this because I already have my purchase coming in the mail. Sephora is carrying Jouer. I'm so excited about this, guys. It says that it's available now on their website. I don't know when it's going to be actually in stores or if it's going to be in stores anytime soon, but I've been dying to buy something from Jouer, and I just sometimes for buying from the brand's website, it's just, I don't know, I just don't. But when I see them at Sephora, I'm like, yay, and I buy it from Sephora. So I bought something from Jouer Cosmetics that I'm going to be trying out for you guys. So I'm super excited to be trying Jouer for you. Hopefully what I ordered will be coming very soon. And I also ordered the Beauty Blender foundation, and I also ordered the Lila palette, and I ordered some other stuff. So we got some stuff coming in the mail. But yeah, so Jouer is going to be carried by Sephora. So if you guys are trying to rack up on your Sephora points before the end of the year, Jouer is carried by Sephora. Alright guys, so this one, I don't know. I don't know what to feel about this. I kind of like it, and then at the same time, I don't understand it. So Fenty's coming out with a Kilawatt highlighter, and the Kilawatt highlighter is going to be in silver. Now, I know it's going to be like something that she's collaborating with her foundation, and it's going to be like a special diamond ball out highlighter, and all the proceeds are going to go to CLF. And her mission is to change and save as many lives as possible. And so this is going to be like basically a highlighter that's coming out in order to help the foundation, and the purchases are all going to go to that foundation. I love that idea. The only thing is it's silver. So it's going to be available on August 1st on the Fenty Beauty website. It's only going to be available on the website, and I'm assuming that's because 100% of the proceeds are going to actually go to this foundation. If Sephora sold it, they would have to pay a portion of the sale to Sephora. So they can't do that if 100% of the proceeds is going to go to the foundation. I look at this and I'm like, okay, I love the idea. That is fantastic, but it's silver. So I'm like, I don't know how a silver highlight would look on your face. Do you know what I mean? Would a silver highlight look good on your face? Let me know below, because I don't know. I really don't. I don't really know if I'm going to be picking this up. I want to know from you guys if you guys think this type of highlighter would look good on your face. I love that they're going to be donating all the proceeds to a foundation. I just don't know if a silver would look good. Alright guys, so another foundation has just released, and this foundation now is from Makeup Forever. Makeup Forever has their Matte Velvet Skin Foundation full cover, $38 in 40 shades. So it's a lightweight formula, 24-hour wear. It's not supposed to look cakey or any of that stuff, and it's available right now. So if you guys are interested, it's available at Sephora. It looks interesting to me, but guys, I just finished buying the Beauty Blender. I just bought the Beauty Blender Bounce foundation. So we're gonna see how that one works out for me before I go and buy more foundations. So I'm sure I'm gonna have that review up pretty soon. First impression review, all that good stuff will be coming on that foundation. I don't really think I need this one. That is the reason I don't. It does have the finish that I like. It's a matte velvet, so that kind of means that it's not 100% matte. I don't really love matte foundations. That's why I'm kind of like concerned about the Beauty Blender one that I just finished buying, because it's a velveteen matte, and I'm hoping that that means that it's not super matte. So for me personally, I'm not going to be picking up this Makeup Forever foundation, not because of any other reason, that just I don't need foundations right now, and since I buy everything, I don't really need this. You know? Alright guys, so that is all I have for you guys for virtual window shopping. But, so if you guys get BoxyCharm and you want to hear a sneak peek of a product that's going to be in your August box, I'm going to go ahead and talk about that now. So if you guys don't want to know about this and you do get BoxyCharm and you don't like sneak peeks, then this is where I say goodbye to you. And thank you guys so much for watching. But if you guys are into the sneak peeks and you guys want to hear about some product that we're going to be getting in our BoxyCharm, let's get into that right now. Guys. So I obviously am not going to be telling you spoilers like, oh my god, I just found this out. I'm not going to be like putting, you know, like releases just on BoxyCharm spoilers. I'm just going to include stuff that I've heard 100% confirmed into my virtual window shoppings at the end, and I'll let you guys know before they come up, so that if you guys don't want to hear it, you can just cut off and not watch this portion. That we are going to be getting in our August 2018 BoxyCharm is a Laura Lee Los Angeles palette. I told you guys before that I heard that we're going to be getting something, but they have confirmed now finally that we're going to be getting the Party Animal palette. So guys, that is the palette that is like a very fluorescent colored, and it's a pigment palette. I personally thought that it could be the Cat's Pajamas palette, only because it was an older release, and I assumed that maybe they were trying to get rid of the older release, but I did know that these size palettes, these new ones that she came out with, were like the perfect size to come in a box. So I was kind of back and forth on whether I thought it was going to be this one or it was going to be Cat Pajamas. The only thing I feel is that this palette is not really a good representation, I think, of her brand, because she doesn't really come out with like neon type of colorful palettes. That's the only thing. I think it was really nice that they decided to include this product. I just don't think it's like, I wish she would have released maybe the other one, like Boss Babe or Party Animal, and some people would have gotten the Boss Babe one, which is a little bit more neutral, toned down. So some people were going to get the toned down, and then some people were going to get the vibrant one, and I think it would have been a little bit, maybe a better overall. I feel like a lot of people are scared of color, and I love color. You guys know I use color all the time. These colors are a little bit on the neon side for me. I'm excited for lower lash line. I'm excited for pop of color details to use this palette. I think it could be fun. Like I said, I probably wouldn't have purchased this myself, so I am happy it's coming in the BoxyCharm. But like, for example, my mom is gonna get BoxyCharm, and she is definitely not gonna want this palette, which is kind of interesting. I wonder if she doesn't want it. Maybe there'll be a giveaway. What do you guys think? I want to know below. Are you guys excited to get this palette in your BoxyCharm? Do you kind of feel like me? Are you scared of color? Do you love color? I don't know. You know, there's so many different types of opinions out there. I'm sure there's going to be people who are going to love this. I'm sure there's going to be people who are going to be like, what the heck? Like my mom. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys really enjoyed the video. Leave me your comments below. I will talk to you guys later. Bye!